Hello everyone! When it comes to bridges and crossings, excitement and danger are never in short supply. Today, prepare to experience nature's fury, shocking miscalculations, and a collection of breathtaking, jaw-dropping bridges. Let's dive in! The 6.8 magnitude earthquake that struck Taiwan in September 2022 caused widespread devastation across the island, with the eastern region bearing the brunt of the damage. Drone footage captures the extensive destruction to roads and infrastructure, highlighting severe damage to the Gao Bridge over the Chuan River and nearby sections of the highway. The road surface is fractured by deep cracks, and sections of the bridge have collapsed from their supports, appearing as though they were torn apart by a controlled explosion. A shocking incident was recorded on a security camera near Miju, a city in China's Guangdong province. The incident took place in the summer of 2024, during a period of severe flooding caused by heavy rains. Undeterred by the surging floodwaters, a local resident tried to cross an old bridge made of concrete slabs. Moments later, as he attempted to cross it again, the bridge unexpectedly gave way, and the powerful current carried off the debris. In the spring of 2022, Pakistan endured extreme heat, with temperatures soaring up to 49 degrees Celsius. This unprecedented heat caused rapid melting of ice and snow in the mountains. Within a span of just 20 days, the water level in the Shisper Glacier Lake increased by 40%, resulting in overflowing rivers and widespread flooding across the region.
Amazing. Oh, God. Good. Jesus. I didn't think that was going to fall right then, but it did. That was good timing. I just turned the camera on. That is our washed out bridge.
During strong winds, an unusual vibration was noticed on the Jindo Bridge across the Jindo-gun, Jeollanam-do in South Korea. To prevent this issue, an inertia damper was later installed on the bridge. The Zhangjiajie Glass Bridge, unveiled in China in 2016, is often hailed as a modern wonder of the world. Stretching 430 meters long and 6 meters wide, this pedestrian marvel towers 260 meters above a stunning natural canyon. Despite its impressive sturdiness and a construction cost of approximately $50 million by the Chinese government, many visitors hesitate to take their first step onto the bridge. Nearby, the Coiling Dragon Walkway winds around Tian'an Mountain, offering a thrilling experience for the truly adventurous. Adding to the challenge, the park management has intentionally installed safe panels designed to creak and crack underfoot, heightening the sense of daring. Suspension bridges are often regarded as some of the most intimidating crossings, which explains their association with gephyrophobia, the fear of bridges. Their swaying structure can create the illusion of instability, making them seem as though they could collapse at any moment. While this fear is typically unfounded, certain bridges can still provide a genuinely nerve-wracking experience. Two such examples are the Hussaini and Pasu bridges in northern Pakistan, located just 5 kilometers apart. Stretching roughly 200 meters across the Hunza River, these bridges require you to navigate narrow, shaky planks with wide gaps in between. Add to this the cold wind howling, the rope swaying, and the freezing water 30 meters below, and it's clear why they are considered among the world's most dangerous bridges. Interestingly, there's a logical reason for the wide spacing of the planks, a common point of curiosity among tourists. The design reduces wind resistance, as adding more planks would cause the bridges to sway even more. In 2024, a flood on Reems Creek in North Carolina led to an unusual incident near Ridgeway. Two empty railway containers, each weighing approximately 2 tons, were carried away by the raging current and crashed into a small wooden bridge. Unable to withstand the immense pressure, the bridge completely collapsed within about 20 minutes. The Royal Gorge Bridge is a stunning feat of engineering, offering breathtaking views and a true test of courage for anyone afraid of heights. Spanning a 291-meter deep gorge near Canyon City, Colorado, the bridge stretches over 380 meters in length. Built in 1929 as a tourist attraction, it underwent significant renovations in 1989, making it more stable and resistant to wind. For thrill seekers, the site also features extreme activities, including a ride that lifts you 30 meters into the air, secures you with a safety harness, and sends you gliding over the Royal Gorge. Would you take on the challenge? Greenland, the largest island in the world, is located in the frigid waters of the Atlantic and Arctic Oceans. Much of its land is covered by glaciers, and the effects of global warming have raised growing concerns. In the southern part of the island, the Watson River, which is primarily fed by the melting Russell Glacier, has swollen dramatically, washing away a 15-meter bridge near the town of Kangerlussuaq.
Evet arkadaşlar, 25 tonla halat köprüden geçiyoruz şu anda.
Dramatic footage has emerged of a traffic bridge being completely washed away as a heavy storm batters New Zealand's west coast. The bridge in the Franz Josef Township South Island is seen slowly breaking apart, spilling concrete into the swelling Waiho River. The pedestrian bridge on Mount Titlis in central Switzerland is celebrated as the highest in Europe. Perched nearly 3,000 meters above sea level, the narrow 100-meter-long bridge offers an exhilarating experience, especially when snowstorms sweep across it. Tourists often humorously describe the daring walk as a new kind of winter sport. The Gotek Railway Viaduct in Myanmar's Shan State is both an extraordinary and somewhat unnerving marvel of engineering. Completed in 1900 under the guidance of Sir Arthur Rendell, it was the tallest bridge of its kind at the time. Stretching 689 meters with 15 spans, the viaduct towers approximately 250 meters above the ground. A single railway track traverses the viaduct, carrying a train that operates twice daily between the towns of Pim U Lwin and Haiphao. Popular with tourists seeking stunning views and a thrilling journey, the train moves slowly across the viaduct to enhance the experience and minimize stress on the historic structure. Interestingly, in the 1970s, an alternative route was built along the valley floor as a precaution in case the Gotek Viaduct was ever damaged or destroyed. However, this backup route was never used, and within 3 decades, the jungle had completely reclaimed it. In Vietnam, monkey bridges are traditional structures crafted from bamboo poles or palm tree trunks. The name aptly reflects the agility and balance needed to cross them, often requiring awkward postures. These simple, easily assembled and dismantled bridges are especially common in the Mekong Delta, where streams and swamps abound. Over time, monkey bridges have become iconic symbols of Vietnam and a favorite attraction for tourists. The Quehuashuachaca Bridge is a truly unique and remarkable structure that spans the Apurimac River in Peru. Its name, derived from the Quichua language, means the bridge of straw rope, which accurately describes its construction. The bridge is a testament to the ancient Incan practice of building rope bridges, a technique they refined over centuries using fibers from ichu grass. Rope bridges played a vital role in an expansive road network that stretched 40,000 kilometers across the Andes, connecting Ecuador to the north with Chile and Argentina to the south. Historians believe that by the 16th century, at least 200 rope bridges were built across river gorges, many of which have endured for centuries. Today, Quehuashuachaca, one of the last remaining of its kind, stands as an important cultural symbol. Local communities continue to maintain it by repairing the bridge every year during a special festival at the start of summer. The partially constructed bridge in Bassur collapsed under the force of Cyclone Ayan, which hit India's coastal regions in 2020.
Guck dir das mal an, ey.
The unprecedented flooding that swept across large parts of Germany in the summer of 2021 not only demolished homes, but also crippled essential infrastructure, leaving numerous villages and small towns cut off from the rest of the country. Suspension bridges are common in Nepal, as in other Himalayan countries. While many of them are worn and made of ropes and planks, the Kushma Gad Bridge, built in 2010, stands out. Positioned 117 meters above the Mati River, its robust design, impressive height, and stunning valley views have made this 344-meter bridge a hotspot for thrill-seeking tourists. After all, where else in the world can you drive across a narrow suspension bridge spanning a gorge 350 meters deep? Following heavy rains in Meghalaya, a state in eastern India, it became evident that the bridge was beyond saving. Locals from nearby villages gathered by the riverbank to say goodbye to the structure that had supported their community for decades. This may be one of the most dramatic bridge collapses ever recorded on video. During the summer of 2023, an Indian journalist captured the moment a bridge over the Ganga River in Bihar crumbled into the water, sending a massive cloud of debris and dust into the air. The 3-kilometer-long bridge collapsed into the sacred river, but avoided becoming a major tragedy since it occurred during construction. The bridge, intended to feature 4 lanes and a pedestrian walkway, had been under construction since 2017 and was not yet open to traffic at the time of the incident. Alarmingly, this marked the second such collapse during its construction, and it appears the first failure was never thoroughly investigated. A bridge over Balal Nala in the Jeevan Nagar area of Jammu was washed away during a flash flood. The sudden surge of water caused significant damage, leaving the bridge completely destroyed and cutting off access to the area. Completed in 2021, this remarkable suspension bridge in Portugal's Arouca National Park shares its name with the park. Stretching 516 meters across the Paiva River, it offers visitors both breathtaking views and an exhilarating experience. Suspended 175 meters above the river, the bridge is supported by steel cables anchored to V-shaped concrete towers, making it one of the largest of its kind worldwide. A key challenge during its development was addressing the effects of wind. Months of wind tunnel testing on scale models resulted in an innovative concave design, which reduced structural loads by optimizing the curves of the deck and cables. The Kwandinsky Bridge in Siberia, an extreme crossing, was originally built in the 1980s as a temporary railway structure during the construction of the main bridge for the Baikal-Amur main line. Even when newly built, it was deemed unreliable, with its rickety construction and lack of guardrails. Despite years of wear, deterioration, and even surviving a fire, the bridge remains in use by locals, thrill seekers, and truck drivers, defying an official ban. Those who dare to cross follow unwritten safety practices. A guide vehicle leads the way to prevent veering off into the water, and drivers keep their windows open to reduce wind resistance.
There went the 107 bridge. 107 highway bridge.
If you ignore basic rules, any bridge can become extremely dangerous. The Uain Bridge, spanning Lake Tangthaman in Myanmar, holds 2 impressive records. It is both the longest and the oldest wooden bridge in the world. Constructed in the 1850s from teak wood salvaged from the former royal palace, the bridge stretches 1,200 meters and features several picturesque pavilions. Beneath it, there are passages for boats. Despite its age and the need to replace many of its beams, the Uain Bridge remains essential for local residents, particularly during the rainy season when the lake rises. It also draws many tourists and photography enthusiasts. The Okwa and Ayano Kazurabashi bridges, located near Mount Tsurugi, are iconic landmarks on Japan's Shikoku Island. Crafted from vines and bamboo, these remarkable bridges stretch across the pristine Aya River, showcasing an ancient construction technique. According to legend, the valley was once home to 13 such bridges. Today, visitors flock to admire the untouched natural beauty and experience a piece of history, though many find crossing these rustic structures a thrilling challenge compared to the modern metal and concrete bridges we know. Talk about nightmare fuel. In 2022, a driver in Boston disregarded all traffic lights and warning signals, ending up stuck on the Chelsea Street Bridge while it was being raised. Once the bridge was lowered, the driver nonchalantly drove off. The incident prompted an internal investigation, resulting in the dismissal of 2 bridge operators. Modern construction techniques are increasingly focused on eco-friendly standards and renewable resources. However, history offers remarkable examples of living in harmony with nature, such as the ancient living root bridges of Meghalaya, India. These incredible structures represent one of the earliest forms of tree-based architecture. The Khasi people have been creating these bridges for generations by using the aerial roots of rubber fig trees. In the dense jungles, they guide the roots across rivers or gorges by stretching bamboo poles or hollowed out areca palm trunks. The young roots are often twisted together to encourage fusion and strengthen the structure. Once the roots reach the opposite bank, they embed themselves in the soil, becoming sturdier with time. In the warm, humid climate of eastern India, it takes around 15 years to complete a strong, usable living bridge. The longest living root bridge spans over 50 meters and connects the villages of Malinnong and Rewai. These bridges are not only structurally strong and visually stunning, attracting numerous tourists, but they also have a unique advantage. As long as the tree is alive, the bridge is naturally resistant to rot and continues to grow stronger. Some of these remarkable structures can support up to 50 people at once. Bridges have long been regarded as enigmatic and even mystical locations, particularly those that have been abandoned for many years. History enthusiasts often undertake real expeditions to discover these old bridges, seeking to experience their unique aura and preserve their appearance for future generations, frequently capturing their explorations on video. As with any abandoned site, caution is essential, as these deteriorating bridges can pose significant dangers during exploration. The 7-mile bridge in Florida connects the mainland to the Florida Keys. This remarkable engineering feat, one of the longest and most scenic in the world, has a rich history. Originally serving as a railroad bridge, it was heavily damaged by the powerful Labor Day hurricane of 1935. Afterward, it was rebuilt as a highway, only to face more damage from another storm in 1960. A new bridge featuring box girders spanning 440 sections opened in 1982 at a cost of $45 million. The bridge runs just above the surface of the Gulf of Mexico, rising 20 meters in the middle to allow ships to pass. One of the key traditions linked to the 7-mile bridge is its annual marathon, which attracts 1,500 runners and causes a temporary halt to traffic for an hour and a half.
哇，好恐怖哦！这个桥要被冲走了！哇，太恐怖了！哇塞！哇，实在是太激心了！哦，好可怕！哇塞！
During floods and other natural disasters, everything happens incredibly fast.
Se fue el puente. Se fue el puente en ese momento. Se fue el puente en ese momento. Salga, salga, que salgan. Hagámonos para allá porque esto está peligroso. Ahí va el puente. Un segundo. Ahí va.
Crossing this bridge takes a fair bit of courage, but the breathtaking view of the lake and glacier makes it well worth the effort. The Triff Bridge, nestled in the Bernese Alps of Switzerland, holds the title of the longest suspension bridge in the Alpine region. Spanning 170 meters, this wooden marvel is supported by steel cables and towers 90 meters above the turquoise waters below. The Sky Bridge is a standout feature of Langkawi Island in Malaysia. Suspended 100 meters above the ground, the elegant curves of this single-pillar bridge blend seamlessly with the natural landscape, offering visitors a thrilling experience as if soaring through the air. It's a must-see for those who love scenic vistas and are comfortable with heights. On humid days when the island is shrouded in mist, it almost feels like walking among the clouds.